Russia has again denied it was responsible for an alleged nerve agent attack in Salisbury in England that left former Russian agent Sergei Skripa, his daughter Yulia, and a British police officer in a critical condition. The matter was brought to the UN Security Council in New York after British Prime Minister Theresa May announced they were expelling 23 Russian diplomats over the attack. Russia rejected a British 24-hour deadline to explain the attack before Britain initiated a series of actions against Moscow.
The UK maintains its investigations show evidence that a military-grade nerve agent of the type developed in Russia was used in the Salisbury attack. London's envoy at the UN went as far as accusing Moscow of attempted murder.
We therefore have no alternative but to conclude that the Russian state was responsible for the attempted murder of Mr. Skripal and his daughter and police officer Nick Bailey, and for threatening the lives of other British citizens in Salisbury. Mr. President, this was no common crime. It was an unlawful use of force, a violation of Article 2 of the United Nations Charter, the basis of the international legal order.
The British envoy pointed to one of two explanations that were possible. Either this was a planned direct attack on the United Kingdom, or that Russia had lost control of a military-grade nerve agent which they developed. They believe Russia's initial lack of response to their demands for information pointed to their guilt.
Russia's envoy was having none of it, accusing the UK of making irresponsible statements while calling for the Organization for the Prohibition of Chemical Weapons to get involved.
We demand that material proof be provided of the allegedly found Russian trace in this high-resonance event. Without this stating that there is incontrovertible truth is not something that we can take into account. And up until now, we have not seen anything besides stating that this is highly likely. In such a situation, it would be legitimate to approach the Technical Secretariat of OPCW and ask them to carry out an independent laboratory analysis of the samples that the British authorities have.
The UK also accused Russia of having a record of state-sponsored assassinations, including the killing of Russian defector Alexander Litvinenko, who was poisoned by radioactive materials in London in 2006. Bryce-Pease, SABC News, New York.